Hey, what is up guys? It is VinnyThrax here back for another video. Today I'm doing a salt tier list on the protocol. It is so important that you use a high quality sea salt. Cannot express it enough. I always get asked, what salt should I use? This video is going to break that down for you and also break down what salts you should not be using at all costs. If you're using a salt in the F tier, cut it out immediately. Use something in the A or S tier, preferably the S tier. I will be breaking down the best salts I know in this video, so let's get straight into it. I'm going to start with a very popular salt, Baja Gold Sea Salt. I'm going to put this one at A tier. It's not an S tier because it's rinsed. It does come from the Sea of Cortez in Mexico, South America. So it's rinsed. It's going to be low in the heavy metals, microplastics, pollution, all stuff that you really want to see in sea salt that you're consuming. The only problem is when it's rinsed, it's a lot lower in magnesium and trace minerals, so that's why it's not S tier, but it's still a solid salt. Everything in this list that I'm breaking down, it's also based on like price as well and how much you're getting, the quality, any type of characteristic that you can really think of when getting salt that will also be, taken into account in this video. So for the price, it is a lot more expensive, so that's also why it's not S tier. For the price, honestly, I would put it in B tier, but since it's a pretty solid salt overall, clean, I'm going to put it in A tier. The next one, this is the Baja Gold Ocean Minerals. So this is pretty much like liquid electrolytes they like to market it as. I would honestly put it in F tier because it's just a marketing scam. Overall, it's an A tier to S tier item, but for the price and what you're actually getting, I gotta put this into F tier. It's pretty much just like seawater that you're then putting into your water. So you can go collect that at the beach yourself if you really wanted to. It might, I don't know exactly how they process it. They might also do the rinse salt too, which makes it even worse. So you're not getting all the trace minerals that you need. But because of price of this, I'm going to put it in F tier. But the quality of the salt overall is probably going to be in A tier. But because of the price, it's going in F tier. This next one's very popular. It's the Celtic salt. I'm going to put that in B tier. This salt is going to be a lot higher in contaminants. I used this salt for a while. It is a good salt, but it is going to be higher in microplastics and heavy metals. Where it is sourced from in the Celtic, it is just not the cleanest area, so it's going to be in B tier. And Celtic salt in general, for the most part, is going to be a B tier salt. If that's all you have access to, it is still a solid choice. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I'm going to put it in B tier, especially for the price of this salt too. I used to get this salt when I first got into health and wellness, and this was expensive. Just this bag alone was costing me a fortune. I don't remember the exact price, but it was costing me a fortune. This next salt that I'm going into, this is the salt that I use and that I recommend people to use. It is C90 livestock version. This salt is amazing. I've been using it for over a year now, and I put it on my food, I put it in my drinking water. On the protocol, if you don't know what this protocol is, the Self Healers Protocol, it is big into cellular hydration and healing the body through hydration. So this is diluted seawater practically. It is clean water. I use reverse osmosis water, and then I put the C90 in my water. And C90, it's not rinsed at all. It retains all the minerals. It is a very wet salt, so it's going to be high in magnesium, potassium, trace minerals. The reason why they call it C90 is because in the test that they do when they test the salt, it is proven to have over 90 minerals, including all the trace minerals. But this salt here, sea salt in general, it could have over 100 minerals in it. The Celtic salt has about like 80 something minerals. The Baja Gold sea salt, even though it's rinsed, it still probably has maybe 70 to 80 minerals. C90, you're getting the most amount of minerals while using this salt. It's amazing. I recommend it to people. The next one is C90, the aqua version. So there's two versions of C90. You have the livestock version and the aqua version. The livestock version has a couple. It's naturally occurring, but it is added to the salt technically. It is calcium carbonate and then two other types of calcium. They're minerals, but this salt is going to be a lot higher in calcium, the livestock version. The aqua version is just regular sea salt. It is still not rinsed, so it still retains all those minerals, the 90 to 100 plus minerals, still amazing, but it does not have the added calcium. Depending on what you're trying to do, if you're trying to get extra calcium in through your diet, nutrition, whatever, go with the livestock. If you don't want the extra calcium, go with the aqua version. The aqua version will typically be cleaner than the livestock version. So if you're going for the cleanest salt possible, you're going to go with the aqua version. Livestock still very clean. I use it all the time and it's an extremely clean salt, but the aqua version of C90 is going to be the cleanest salt on the market that I could think of. It is amazing. Let's get back into it. So this is just like a regular grocery store sea salt. I'm probably going to put it, it's either B or F tier. It still really depends since it's stored in plastic. And let's just say it has like a plastic grinder on the top. I'm going to put that in F tier. It's probably like a very low quality sea salt in general. Probably has a lot of contaminants, microplastics. And let's just say for the sake of it, it had the plastic grinder on the top. So you're getting microplastics in your food or in your water if you're using it. I would never recommend anybody really just use a grocery store sea salt unless that's the only option you have. There's so many better options to pick from. I don't even know what brand this is. I just got it online. Just your average grocery store sea salt. It's going to be definitely a low tier. I wouldn't say it's terrible, but out of the list when we're talking about what's optimal, try to avoid this type of salt. It's just not good. The next one we have volcanic black sea salt. That's also going to be going into F tier. The reason why the sea salt is black is because it has a lot of charcoal in it from the volcanoes. So it just has a lot of carbon, and you really don't want to be taking large amounts of carbon in your body. It's just going to be bad long term. So if you're using this salt constantly, it's just not optimal. Even charcoal, you're not supposed to be consuming charcoal in general. There's a lot of like health things like charcoal toothpaste, charcoal face masks, charcoal sea salt. It's all a marketing scam. Do not get this. It might look aesthetically pleasing, like to decorate food, make it look nice for the presentation, but for overall consumption, I'm going to put it in F tier. Overall, the sea salt is probably like B or A tier, solid, but because it has the charcoal in it and whatever other carbon based things, it's going to be an F tier. Avoid the salt entirely. The next we have those like electrolyte packets that are flavored synthetically. F tier. Probably a very low quality sea salt, likely refined salt, and they add in just a ton of ingredients in it. Anti-caking, preservatives, artificial flavors, list goes on and on. Very low quality. Avoid this at all costs. Electrolytes are so popular, especially in marketing. It's really just to sell you something. And oh man, these are terrible. There's so many people that sell like electrolytes thinking it's so amazing, but even the price of it, if you're getting these electrolytes long term, you're spending so much money versus you get a bag of this, the C90, what I was talking about before. It is cheap, very cheap, and it's cheaper than all of these salts listed here so far. The grocery store sea salt, it's even cheaper than that, definitely. But if you want to get like a crazy cheap sea salt, you could definitely do that. There's definitely something cheaper than this for what you get, but don't get these electrolytes, guys. They're awful. This is another electrolyte thing. It's just like the first one was like a packet. Second one was like in a container that all the influencers like to sell you, and they talk about it being like perfect for hydration, sports performance. They have a ton of added sugars into it, a bunch of refined sugars, stevia, aspartame, whatever you can think of, tons of preservatives, artificial flavors. It's a long list of ingredients and it's electrolytes. You shouldn't be seeing that ever. This is a Celtic sea salt I was using for a while, and I'm gonna put it either A or B tier. I'm gonna keep it A tier because I do believe it's better than this Celtic sea salt. It's a very popular salt. But Eden sea salt, it's from the coastal region of France. It's a good salt. I was using it for well over a year, and then I went to using C90, and the difference was insane. So even though this is an A tier, I can even put it B tier. Honestly, I would probably put this one in between A and B. But after I stopped using Eden and I went to C90, amazing, absolutely amazing. So yeah, Eden's going to be A tier, very similar to this Celtic salt. I'm pretty sure it's a similar region in the Celtic, but this is French. This salt's definitely a lot cleaner, stored in glass, so I like that. And every time I used the salt, I mean, it was still very solid, so definitely gonna rate it higher than this Celtic salt. This is another French salt. A lot of the Europeans that I mentor, that I talk to, they use this salt. I'm also gonna put that in A tier. Honestly, it could be S tier. I've used the salt before. It was very similar to Eden and this Celtic salt, but I'm also talking about price here and quality overall, contamination. So maybe it can go down here, B, but I'll keep it at A tier. I think that's a fair enough assessment. I've used this salt as well. That's going to be another B tier salt. You can get it at the grocery store. I really used it to clean things, like any type of glass that I had, cleaning for surfaces. It's very fine sea salt. So it wasn't really salt that I consumed. I did put it on my food a couple times. Um, Cheap, somewhat cheap, but overall, it's definitely not going to be top quality salt to be using. Corazon sea salt. This is another type of salt that I have. It is also from the Sea of Cortez. All the salts so far from the Sea of Cortez. It's going to be this one, the Corazon sea salt, C90 from the Sea of Cortez. Baja Gold is from the Sea of Cortez. The liquid minerals from the Sea of Cortez. Then the other ones, Eden Celtic salt, that's more French. Another one that's French. This one is also French. This one I'm pretty sure is more off the coast of like England and Ireland. So it's going to be dirtier for sure. Let's see. But yeah, Corazon, I'm going to put it on S tier. The reason why, it is a rinsed salt, but compared to the taste of salt and the texture, the way it feels, it is spectacular for the price as well. You do get a lot of salt. It is a rinsed salt, but it has like a sweet, salty taste to it, and it is perfect to put on food. I really like the texture of it, honestly, and that's also why I'm putting it in S tier. But the price, it is very cheap. The packaging could be better. I guess it's packed in like plastic, but it's like it's like a paper plastic. You could say it's definitely different from these. These are like pure plastic. This is like a paper plastic that it's stored into. So maybe that reduces some points. So I would put that between S and A tier, but I'm going to keep it at S tier. It's like a sweet sea salt, has that sweet kick to it, and I love this salt. There's two main salts that I use. It is the C90 and the Corazon sea salt. This salt is pretty popular. It's the Maldon sea salt or Maldon sea salt. I'm also going to put that, it's either A or B tier. probably gonna put it at B tier. For price wise, I think it's a fair, okay price. Maybe I'll put it at B tier. It's hard because a lot of these salts, or A tier and then B tier, a lot of these salts, they are similar, but they have their little differences, and you just got differences in quality, packaging. But yeah, this one's gonna be A or B. Honestly, I'm gonna put this in B tier. Yeah, very similar to the rest of them, though. I mean, anything in A or B is so similar, but I would still use the A over the B, so that's why it's in B tier. This is like traditional sea salt, also from the grocery store, a very popular brand, Morton. It's not the worst salt. If it's the only thing that you can get, use it. I would put it in B tier also. This is like a lot of these salts, they can go in between tiers, honestly. But I wanted to make it a lot more structured and just simple. But yeah, this is, you could just get so much better than this. Honestly, it's similar to this, like even that can go into F tier to be honest, but it's not the worst sea salt. Again, so similar. This will probably have a lot more contaminants in it, so that's why it's going down there. The next one we have Norwegian sea salt. This one's getting very popular now. I'm definitely going to put that one into A tier. It is from very clean waters off the coast of Norway, and just a very high quality salt. It is rinsed, so you are losing minerals there like the magnesium, potassium that I'm talking about before. So it's going to be A tier. But if you're looking for a very clean salt to use, it's going to be Norwegian sea salt. That's a very good one to use. But this one is expensive too. You get so much more bang for your buck when you use the livestock version and the aqua version of C90, to where like I don't even think about the rest of the salts honestly in this tier list. Corazon, great price. Reason why it's there is because of the texture and the flavor, honestly. It's also a very clean salt. Maybe it has some contaminants, so it could go into A tier, but yeah, that's gonna stay, or yeah, that's gonna stay in S tier, and Norwegian is going to go into A tier only because of the price. Otherwise, I would put it in S tier. Pink salt. Pink salt I would avoid at all costs. Himalayan salt, pink salt, whatever you want to call it. This could have radioactive byproducts in it. It's not guaranteed, but it could have it in it. Pink salt is also higher in contaminants in general. Flavor wise, I mean, I guess it could be a B or A tier, but it's just not worth taking. If you want to be the most optimal possible, take the S tier salts. This is more of a marketing scheme, more of like the look of it. It's like the volcanic salt. Oh, it's pink salt. It's going to make your food look better. It's more presentable or looks nicer. Just because it looks nicer doesn't mean it's going to be better overall. This one's also a very popular salt. What is this one called? Redmond's Sea Salt. I'm going to put this in B tier. It's a rock salt. It's not going to have pretty much any magnesium, any potassium. Going to be very low in trace minerals overall. Could have heavy metals, could have microplastics. I've seen things of it having those contaminants in it. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But the reason why I'm putting it in B tier is because it's a rock salt. This is one of the pretty much only rock salts on this list so far. And rock salt will always be lower in all the trace minerals. When you're getting a salt, you want it to be high in the magnesium, potassium, trace minerals, like C90. I don't really know why people use Redmond's. It's even expensive too. It's just all marketing. You had a couple influencers promote this salt religiously, and it just gained a lot of popularity in the health space. I've used it before. Like in the past, when I was on the come up of my health journey, I was using a lot of Redmond's. I was using a lot of this Celtic salt. And then I was using Eden. I used a little bit of Baja Gold. Used a little bit of this French Celtic. Again, I used this one to clean with. This one I'm really going off of word of mouth. I have not tried the Norwegian salt, but I've seen it before. Seen videos. It does look pretty solid quality, but for the price, definitely not worth it. A lot of these salts, it's really just like the marketing salt. It's so cheap. It's so abundant. So if you're spending so much money on sea salt, you're kind of getting scammed. I think this is just another rock salt, but it's, let's just say this is a very low quality rock salt. Like, you know, there's specific rock salts, they get them through mining, through like detonation. They use TNT in the salt mines. So there's just a ton of contaminants in the salt, and it's just extremely low quality. You just want to avoid rock salt at all costs. There's so much better types of salt you can use. We have table salt with added iodine. Specifically, it's potassium iodide, and it's added to it. And I'm not too sure what I could say here, but it's not good at all. I would do your research on potassium iodide. When they talk about iodine being a crucial nutrient, of course it's crucial, but our body only needs little amounts, and we get that through the animal products that we eat: meat, fish, milk, eggs. That's how we get our iodine. This is potassium iodide. Do your research on that. That's all I'm going to say there, but it is no bueno. The next salt we have, it's like a smoked sea salt. Maybe the salt has spices in it too, which is also no good. But any type of smoked salt, just avoid that. Not going to be good at all. The spices, again, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but the spices, they will mess with the cellular hydration process. It might taste good, this salt, the smoked salt, but again, very low in minerals overall, going to be more expensive. Even the spices, they might not even be organic. You'd really have to buy the organic one if you want to guarantee no pesticides or a better quality. But overall, this type of salt is going to be terrible for you. And then the last one, I just threw it in there. I have a couple grocery store salts here. This is just the regular Whole Foods sea salt. That's also going to be like an F tier to B tier. Probably not the worst one. Like out of any grocery store sea salt, this one looks like the best one, but I'm going to put it at the bottom tier because, like I was saying before, for an example, this has like the plastic grinder on the top. So when you're putting that on your food, you could be getting trace amounts of microplastics on your food. That is never optimal. If you want to avoid these microplastics at all costs, whatever you can to do, avoid these microplastics, avoid the heavy metals. They could get into your system, and your body can detox them. Whatever doesn't serve the body can get rid of. Our body does not have processors for microplastics. Heavy metals, they can leach onto certain organs, certain parts of the body, but again, they don't serve the body in any way, so the body will get rid of it as long as your detoxing pathways are working optimally. And for that, you need to be drinking a lot of water with sea salt, and I recommend people eating an animal-based diet. Look at the Self Healers Protocol if you're not too familiar with it. That is the best diet and lifestyle to follow. Check out my page on Instagram, Self Healers Protocol. I'm going to wrap the video up here. Few final thoughts. S tier, amazing. Corazon sea salt, great tasting, very cheap, has that sweet salty taste, amazing texture, love it. C90 livestock, or C90 livestock version, we'll go with that one first. That's the salt that I use. It has the added calcium carbonate and a couple other like calcium whatever. Just going to be extra calcium in your diet, nothing wrong with it. Your body doesn't need so much calcium. So it's like if you're taking a lot of this salt, you're going to need to drink extra water with it because your body needs to get rid of this extra calcium that you're consuming. So if we're going to go with the best salt on this list, it will probably be the C90 Aqua version. Still has all the minerals you need, the calcium you can get from your food anyways. Just drink a lot of milk and you're going to be solid with your calcium. I don't know, I mean, I would use both the Aqua version and the livestock version, and you're going to be chilling. Salts to avoid: don't fall for the liquid ocean mineral scam. It's so overpriced, and it's just seawater. It might be clean, but it's such a scam. Just get some reverse osmosis water, spring water. and then put your own salt in it. It's going to be pretty much this, but even better. Avoid the electrolyte powders. Don't get fooled with the colored salts like the pink salt, the volcanic salt, the smoke salt. None of that's good. Rock salt, avoid at all costs. And don't be fooled by the marketing. These salts are just way overpriced. Redmond's overpriced. This Celtic salt overpriced. Baja Gold is overpriced. Norwegian salt is overpriced. So we got to keep all these things into account. Well, when we're getting our salt, what salt we're using. Yeah, you want to avoid these low quality salts too with the heavy metals, microplastics. That's not going to be good either. Avoid table salt. It's funny because table salt here is at the bottom of the F tier, and it could go even lower. That's the worst type of salt you can consume. This refined, iodized salt, table salt, sea salt, doesn't matter what it is horrible. So avoid that. Any questions, let me know. My Instagram will be in the link in the description below. It is Self Healers Protocol. If you want to book a call with me, link will be in my bio as well. And everybody, enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your night, and God bless, guys. I will see you in the next one.